Hey guys, it's Will here and welcome back to another battle report. Tonight, my Necrons, the list I'm planning to take to the COG Old School tournament, taking on the Imperial Guard, or the Astra Militarum as they sometimes like to be known. My opponent tonight has asked for his face not to be seen, so yeah, don't worry, he's not an invisible man, he just doesn't want to be seen tonight. So yeah, let's get on to the game. Basically, we're warming up for the Old School tournament, so we're going to use one of the missions from that. We've rolled up cleanse, which is secure table quarters for 3 points a quarter, Vanguard strike deployment, and as ever with these Old School rules, it's going to be 1500 points. Anyway, let's take a look at the armies. So here's my Necron army. This is a combined arms detachment because that's what you have to use for Old School. And my warlord is going to be this guy here. He looks like a Cryptek, but actually he's Orican the Diviner. I'm using the Cryptek model because I haven't had a chance to finish converting my Orican yet, but a model will be coming for that. And then I have a Necron Lord, not an Overlord, just a regular Lord. He's got a Resurrection Orb and the Solar Staff. And with them is a unit of 5 Lich Guard with swords and shields. And they'll be riding in my night side. Then for troops, 2 units of 10 Necron Warriors and another unit of 10, this time Necron Immortals, and they've got the Tesla Carbines. Then a lot of my points have gone into fast attack. I've got 6 Destroyers, 6 Wraiths, and 5 Tomb Blades. The Tomb Blades have got the shield vanes upgrade, so they've got 3+ armour, and they've also got the Gauss blasters on there, the twin-link Gauss blasters. So there we go, that is 1500 points of Necrons. And facing off against them tonight will be the Armageddon Steel Legion. This incredibly mechanised or tank-heavy army is going to be led by a tank commander in a Lehman Russ Punisher, and there's a second Punisher in the squad with him. Both of those also have the heavy bolter sponsons, heavy bolter on the front, and heavy stubber on top of the turret, so a lot of bullets there. His 2 troops units are both veteran squads, both packing Chimeras and 3 grenade launchers in there. What was the other upgrade you had on them?
They've got the carapace armor.
And they've got carapace armor for a 4+ save, so that's pretty cool. And both these Chimeras have heavy bolters on the turret. We have 2 squads of armed sentinels, the first one with auto cannons and the second one with multi-lasers, and then 4 more Lehman Russes, 2 of the execution variants with the twin-linked auto cannon turrets and heavy bolter sponsons, and 2 exterminators with the exterminator plasma cannons and again heavy bolter sponsons. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of armour for me to deal with. That's 1500 points of Armageddon Steel Legion. So tonight we're playing on this very appropriate Necron themed board here at 40k Gaming, and my opponent won the dice roll to go first. So he's set up on this hill, got quite a commanding position there. We've got Sentinels, Punishers, and we've got 1 Chimera at the back there, and we've got the Executioners and the Exterminators, another Chimera, and a unit of Sentinels. I set up second. I put Destroyers over to this flank with the Tomb Blades, the infantry along the middle, and then the Wraiths down this flank here. It should be interesting to see just how well the Necrons can survive. They can actually last long enough to do something against all this Imperial firepower. But yeah, it should be a good fun game. Because it's Old School rules, there's no roll to seize the initiative. So here we go, Imperial Guard, first turn. So, turn 1, and very little movement from the Imperial Guard, just a little bit of repositioning to get into the right angles and range to fire at the Necrons. And did they fire? My Immortals completely wiped out by the Executioners. This warrior squad took about half casualties from the tank commander who split fired. His colleague, squad mate, fired at the Immortals to no effect, but that didn't save them because, as I say, the Executioners just wiped them out. Then the Exterminators shot for this warrior squad, reduced them to just 2 guys, so they are in need of a leadership test now. They're fine, they're sticking around, and then this other second warrior squad took fire from this Chimera and Sentinels for the loss of 1 guy. So yeah, nasty first turn. Immortals gone, Warriors significantly reduced, but you know, my best units are still up and good to go, and now is the chance for the Necrons to strike back as we go into Necron turn 1. So in the Necron turn, I moved my 2 blades around here, and my destroyers moved up a little bit as well, looking to draw a bead on the Sentinels, although all that combined firepower, because of the long range and cover in the way, resulted in nearly a single hull point from one of the Sentinels. These warriors scuttled from over here to here, looking to just stay alive and score. I moved my Wraiths up behind here, trying to keep them safe with a view to springing them on him next turn and starting to tear through his gun line. And these guys ran to here because they were just out of range to shoot the Chimera. So ultimately, not a great first turn for the Necrons, but it's putting me in position ready to spring my trap next turn. So the second turn was much like the first for the Imperial Guard. Minor bit of manoeuvring to get line of sight, and then just fire, fire, fire! So let's see, what killed what? So combined firepower from the Punishers, Executioners, the Chimera and the Sentinels left the Destroyers down to just 1 model with 1 wound left. That's going to be a leadership test for them, which they make. Everything else, so the Executioners and the other armoured Sentinels focused on this warrior squad, left them with again just 1 guy, so that's going to be a leadership check. He makes it as well, and then the Chimera went for the Wraiths and failed to kill them. So yeah, nasty amount of firepower there. I'm really running out of Necrons, but you know, we're still up. A lot of the squad's still alive, so potentially scoring. And now it could well be time for my Night Scythe to join the fray. So here we go. Yep, it's a 5. My reserves are coming on. And does Orican empower this turn? No, he doesn't. Not this turn. Okay, here we go. Necron turn 2. The fight back begins. Okay, so start of turn 2, my Night Scythe swoops on exactly 24 inches and disembarks his squad, who then proceed to run. The Lord also popped his solar staff, so snapshots only against them next turn, and they are dangerously close to the Imperial lines. Over on this flank, the Tomb Blades swung round and fired at the Leman Russ, failed to do any damage, but the Night Scythe did manage to wreck the Sentinels with its Tesla Disruptor. This destroyer popped out to have a shot at the Leman Russ, but passed its cover save, and then I shot back into cover, while these warriors and this warrior are trying to stay out of the fight. Big news was the Wraiths charging out over here, charging into those Leman Russes and wrecking both of them in combat. So yeah, finally we're starting to get some real damage on here, but is it too little too late? We shall find out as we head into Astra Militarum, turn 3. So the Imperial Guard started turn 3 by backing up this Chimera and deploying the troops out the back in an attempt to delay this squad here. The Chimera and the Guardsmen did also shoot me, but barely even managed to scratch me, let alone do any meaningful damage. The Executioners with their plasma cannons also thought they would do some damage, but after all was said and done, it only killed a single Wraith. Down here, the Sentinels had a better time of it, finished off the last warrior here, and the Chimeras moved up looking to contest that quarter later in the game. And over here, the Punishers both went for the Tomb Blades and wiped them out. Some pretty poor saves from the Tomb Blades. Statistically, I should have lived a little bit better there, but hey, that's the way it goes. Very, very effective turn shooting again, but yeah, the Wraiths are still in position, my Death Star's still in position, so you know, let's see what we do as we go into Necron turn 3. So I started my turn by flying the night side off the board because didn't have anything to shoot this turn, so he'll be back next turn for another attack run. And this destroyer hopped over here to take a shot at the Chimera and put a hull point on it. Wraiths swang around here and then got off the charge into the Commander's Punisher, wrecked that one and put 2 hull points and a shaking result onto, a stunned result onto the other Leman Russ. So that's starting to neutralise the threat there. And Orican's unit, he didn't empower this turn, but they made it into combat with the guardsmen who came out of the Chimera. They were blinded by the staff, solar staff, and then cut to pieces for no casualties in combat. So all in all, a very good Necron turn there. Tanks are dying fast. We've got only 2 Russes to contend with now rather than 6. And yeah, things are starting to go better, but it's not over till the Fat Lady sings. Let's see what the Guard can do on turn 4. So as Imperial casualties mount and the Necrons start to wreck the armour, the Guard knew that this turn they really had to focus on escape and table quarter capture. So this Chimera has come down here, so he's in a better position. There's still a full unit inside there as well. Sentinels went down to here and took aim at the Wraiths, and the Executioners aimed for Orican's unit, and this Chimera scurried over here. Went flat out, so no shooting from that. Executioners went for Orican's Lich Guard unit, and managed to have a bit of a bad turn of shooting, to be honest. He failed 3 of his 6 overheats, so he only fired off 3 shots. 1 hit the Lich Guard, 1 missed, 1 scattered, and actually hit the Wraiths. So yeah, total damage there after saves was a single wound on the Wraiths and a hull point on the rear tanks. So yeah, not really a good turn of shooting for these guys. These guys put a wound on the Wraith, but it was saved, and the Punisher snap firing put 3 wounds onto the Destroyer, but saved all of them. So yeah, things are starting to swing from the apparent massacre of the early turns. The Guard aren't having it all their way anymore, and we're about to pounce and kill more units. I've got my Night Scythe to come back on, and I've still got my 2 hard-hitting units up. So here we go, Necron, turn 4. So I started my 4th turn by bringing the Night Scythe back on and had it fire at the Sentinels, but only managed to kill 1 this time. So that's a bit of a nuisance. I kind of needed that to die. But over here things went better. The Lich Guard got into the Russes and killed the front one, but again, I really could have done with killing both. But the Wraiths did finish off the last of the Punishers, so at least that is 1 less tank to deal with. Down here, these Warriors and the Destroyer had a go at that one, but unfortunately was only didn't do anything to it. So yeah, slightly too many tanks on this board for my liking still. They're just, yeah, potentially still locking down a lot of table quarters here. But, you know, it's not over yet. We've still got turn 5 and potentially 2 more turns beyond that. So, more of the same from the Imperial Guard this turn. This Chimera carried on its trek around there. Tried to kill these warriors, but because it was snap firing, didn't even manage to hit them. This one also swung around there and had to snap fire at these guys and didn't kill any of them. So, yeah, my warriors are finally living. Over here, the only surviving Leman Russ shot for the Lich Guard, but failed to do any damage. Used up my Resurrection Orb in protecting those though. And this Sentinel is gradually creeping off into the corner here. So yeah, Necron turn 5 coming up, could be the last turn of the game, so it's going to be really important that we start grabbing the quarters we need. Okay, so end of the 5th Necron turn. Start of the turn, Orican empowered. He left the unit, charged into that Executioner and wrecked it in combat. The rest of the Lich Guard tried to come down and come away in this quarter, but couldn't quite get far enough on their run move. So that quarter is still held by the Sentinel. Over this side, the Wraiths and the Destroyer ganged up on this Chimera. Destroyer managed to kill it before the Wraiths could even get into combat, so that quarter is mine, and this final quarter is contested by those Warriors and this Chimera. So at the moment, Necrons hold 2 quarters, Astra Militarum hold 1, and there is 1 contested. So if the game ends right now, it will be a Necron win. End of turn 5, does the game end? Nope, it's a 4. We play on. Here we go. Turn 6. Okay, here we are then. End of 6th turn. We played out both turns before shooting here. So in the guard turn, this backed off right into the corner out of harm's way. And this infantry squad disembarked over here from their Chimera. And they did manage to wipe out this unit of Necron warriors. So that's another kill. And they are objective securing this quarter. However, in the Necron turn, the Night Scythe came on and blew up the Chimera. The Wraiths are going to declare to control the far quarter there, so that's Necron held. Orican is still hanging out there, and these guys crossed into this quarter, so that's Necron held as well. So that's 3/4 to 1 at the end of the 6th turn, and at this point my opponent and me have sort of worked out there isn't any real way he can come back from this. So yeah, it was a really good game actually. First turn, or first 2 turns, I really thought I was going to get my arse handed to me, but all in all, a very good game here. So yeah, thanks a lot to my opponent. We can do a handshake without showing your face. Thank you very much. You played well, but all in all, a Necron victory. And there we have it. After a very rough start to the game, the Necrons finally emerged victorious. Initially I was quite concerned by just how much damage I was taking. I had deliberately put my infantry out in the open with a view to them taking the worst of the firepower to give my Wraiths a chance to get across the table, but I hadn't anticipated just how much the casualty figures would rack up in the early game. I think I'd lost virtually all my infantry by the end of turn 2, but then once the Wraiths hit combat, bang, those tanks were just dying like flies. The Wraiths just did really well, and then Orican turned up and did his job. So ultimately a good fun game there. Thanks to my opponent for a good fair fight. He certainly ran me close, particularly in the early stages, but ultimately the resilience of the Necrons wins through in the end. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, I hope to see you again soon for more battle reports. As for the upcoming tournament, I think we're just about 2 weeks away as I play this game. Might not actually get uploaded till later, but yeah, it's about 2 weeks from the tournament that I'm playing this game. And yeah, pleased with the army so far. Got to obviously get a model finished for Orican, but yeah, it's coming along nicely. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.